Alright, so I went out this morning to get my veg from the local market, and it's pretty much here, as you can see, a whole range of different stuff. We've got celery, we've got pepino, cucumber, we've got courgettes, we've got carrots, and we've got broccoli, we've got pineapple, we've got tomatoes, we've got yam, sweet potato, we've got red peppers, we've got green peppers, and we have got obviously a load of grapes here as well. It's about 4 kilos of grapes under there. And we've got butternut squash at the back, and a pineapple. So that whole lot there from the market, that was 31 euros. That should last me probably for about 5-6 days. Coconut oil slowly melting in the pot here, and the onions are pretty much cut up into chunks like this, like that.
This is the fiddly bit.
Right, we're going to use a whole bulb of garlic. This may seem like a lot, but it really adds to the flavour, and garlic is amazingly fantastically good for you. Yeah. It helps every function in the body as well as strengthening immune function. And the good thing about garlic is that even though we're cooking it, it doesn't alter the characteristics of the garlic. It works just as well whether it's cooked or uncooked, which is one of the few things you can use that doesn't get affected by the cooking process.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, obviously raw food is always going to be best for nutrition, but apart from tomatoes, which seem to do quite well when they're cooked. Right, so we're mixing the garlic and the onions now. We've got a sort of a medium, well, not even a medium heat, it's about sort of 3 out of 9, and we're just going to let them sweat through there.
Make sure to chop the onions into chunks, into big chunks.
We've just got all the garlic now distributed between those 2 pans, which is great.
Chopping up more garlic.
That's a whole bulb for 4 people. Brilliant. So while the garlic and the onions are sweating themselves to death there in this thing, right, we're going to start doing the crushed chilies.
Crushed chilies.
And we are going to be using quite a lot of crushed chilies. Yeah, that's probably a good teaspoon and a half in each, and a bit else for good measure. That gives it a little bit of a kick.
And then we do the piri piri.
And then the piri piri.
Piri piri.
Yeah.
Piri piri.
Next is the oregano, and we love oregano, and we're going to be using quite a lot. In fact, from that from that bottle, we are using for 4 people probably about at least a third of that.
Yeah.
I mean, once you do it to these amounts, then you can start to get an idea as to how strong you want those flavours to be in the spices.
Herb bibiana.
And now the herb bibiana, again, a good sort of
dollop.
Good dollop, probably about 1.5 to 2 teaspoons in each.
Yeah. And then this is basil, albahaca.
Basil.
And this is good because a lot of tomatoes going in. So basil brings out the flavour of tomatoes. So again, a good dollop. That's a good dollop each of oregano, basil, and hierbabuena.
Okay, we're adding garlic, and we're adding a lot of garlic. Again, this is the powdered variety of garlic. And again, about 1.5 teaspoonfuls in each.
No more than that, dessert spoonful.
Well, 1.5 dessert spoonfuls. And this is going to give it a serious kick.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want flavour, this is what you need. This is going to really satisfy your taste buds, folks. I can't tell you how amazing this food is. I look forward to this every night. Either the curry one that we do or the Chilli Con Carnivale one. Obviously, no meat
or dairy. With curry, we use broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. With this, we use the softer vegetables, which are like courgettes and peppers and onion and leeks and peppers.
So just dump those bags into the pot. They're all been pre-cut, pre-washed. You haven't got to faff around, and it takes very little time. So mix all that in there. Oh, look at that, look. You can, if this was smell-o-vision, you'd be in heaven at the moment. Absolute heaven.
It is so good.
Check it out, party people.
Right.
Pre-cut mushrooms now. Which is luxury. We haven't got to cut anything. Just lob them straight into the pot. Look at this, look. Absolutely brilliant. Mix all that up together.
That's the onions.
And we're making some vegetable stock using vegetable stock cubes here, which will be made with 250 ml of water.
Just make sure you do 250 ml. Okay, then stop. That's fine.
There, that's fine.
I'll just mash that.
So you've got 250 ml of stock. Is that correct?
That's correct. Either add tomato puree or you can add tomato frito, rosetta artesana, which is a mixture of onions and rich tomatoes, like sun-dried tomatoes. Right? I prefer these because tomato puree is lovely, but this has just got a little bit more flavour. Right? So this is going to go in.
I'm a bit concerned about the jar thing.
Don't.
For my customers that actually don't want any additives and things and sugar and stuff. I bet that's got loads of sugar in it. Just give them a cook a bit of a telling off with the tomato frito additive, because it does have sugar in it. So we need to try and avoid that. We used to use stevia for sweetening. So things like tomato puree are probably going to be better rather than that thing that we just showed you. Here's a can of tomatoes, and as far as I can tell from the label, there is nothing except chopped tomatoes in this, and that's going in there, and that's about 450 grams in that can.
780 grams.
Oh, 780 grams.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, that's a big can of tomatoes. So we're mixing all this up now. That's the all the ingredients we put in. It's all bubbling away, just on sort of simmer, just to warm it through. And the last thing to go in is the kidney beans. Okay, so we've got the kidney beans now. We're going to have to wash these because we need to get wash them with filtered water. Yeah, we've got to get the fluid that the kidney beans sit in washed through, because as you know, you can't eat kidney beans without having them properly soaked for at least, well, probably 24 hours is ideal. When they're in the jar and they store, of course, all the nasties that you don't want in your intestinal tract sit in the water that the kidney beans drain out. Wash the kidney beans, and now they're all going. There's 2 jars of kidney beans. I think there's 400 grams in each jar. As I say, this is for 4 people. 4 very big appetites as well. So this should last you another couple of meals, I would think, without too much trouble. Just look at that! Look at that! Doesn't that look amazing?
Hearty, very hearty.
Oh wow! Okay. And the smell, if you can smell these herbs and spices coming through. If you eat this and tell me you don't like vegan food, there is something wrong with you. I tell you, you're going to love it. Absolutely love it. So when it gets to the stage that we've got to now, we've got the kidney beans, we've got all the ingredients in there, we've got all the herbs and spices in there, we've mixed it all up, we've gently heated the whole pot, and now we're going to be putting all this in the oven, and we're going to be heating it at 160 for about
an hour.
About an hour. Heat it, heat the food uncovered, and that allows all the flavours to infuse into each other. And we're going to add just a little bit now of tomato puree. You want to taste this just for spiciness and for flavour and balance, and then you can add a little bit of this and a little bit of that if you think it needs a bit more in any particular direction. And Anne's just tasted it and she says it needs some tomato puree. Does it?
The piquancy is just perfect.
Right, we've cooked this in the these are stainless steel pots, so they're pretty much okay. If you can use ceramic, that's probably better. Get less metal leaching into the food, but for actually cooking it in the oven, we're going to transfer it into glass bowls because that's absolutely safe. And as I say, in the oven for an hour at 160. To finish the dish off, we have the brown rice. Always have brown rice, never ever have any white rice. It takes about 25 minutes for this to cook, and if you add salt, the cooking process, Himalayan salt or iodized salt, then that's absolutely fine.
We've now got the mixture in Pyrex dishes, which are now going to go into the oven for an hour. 1 and 2.
So folks, that's it. What you've got there is the most amazing vegan meal you will probably ever taste. If you've got a better one, then let me know, because I'd love to taste it. I know you're going to enjoy this. It's going to be absolutely the healthiest, most nutritious thing you could ever cook, I would probably imagine. It's got everything in that you could possibly need in there, all the vital minerals and enzymes and vitamins and amino acids and fats, and you name it, it is in there. And yes, cooking is not so good as eating the food raw. We do the juicing for that during the day. This is the evening meal. Absolutely look forward to it every single night. I know that you're going to love it. Let's have your feedback. Make this dish for yourself. Thumbs up, guys. Please subscribe for more. We're going to be doing one about the curry dish as well, which is absolutely incredible. You're going to love that too. And yes, hopefully we'll create some more recipe videos for you in the very near future. Watch out for my new update that I shall be putting on probably in a couple of weeks' time, so subscribe for that. And have a great day, folks.